Bucks fans, take a deep breath. Breathe. Take a deep breath. Sigh of relief. You won game one. I know it didn't feel that way, but the Bucks won game one. Close OT battle with Middleton hitting a big shot down the stretch. Now, Middleton led the way with 27 points on 10 of 20 shooting. Thank God for Middleton, because I'm not sure what the Bucks would have done down the stretch with that. And they won a close playoff game. Whew. Breathe. You got game one. Here's the bad side for the Bucks. Butler and Bam were atrocious shooting the ball. Just absolutely terrible. Butler was 4 of 22 from the game. And it still took OT to beat them. And you're at home, Milwaukee. Oh my goodness. If I'm the Heat, I'm ecstatic. Like, I'm so happy if I'm the Heat, given that this type of loss when your best player, your best two players shot that poorly. Bam was 4 of 15 from this game. And again, and he had foul trouble too. And again, this went to OT. Heat had it right there. Now, the Bucks defensively had some early lapses against Duncan Robinson. I think he opened the first quarter with 3 threes. You can't let that happen. You cannot let this guy get going. Okay, you can't let this guy get going early, because then takes the pressure off their big stars, opens the floor a little bit more for Butler and the other guys. I mean, Dragic off the bench was awesome too. Hit 5 threes himself. They can't have those defensive lapses early. Okay, that's what kept them in the game. The Heat shot 20 of 50 from the 3-point line. Hit 20 threes in this game. That's what kept him in it. Giannis down the stretch. Oh my God. Can we talk about how bad this guy is at free throw shooting? Oh my goodness. Down the stretch, Giannis actually got called for a 10-second free throw violation. Has anyone ever actually seen that happen before? And he made that free throw. That was the tough part. And he made that free throw. The big three for the Bucks. Giannis had 26 points. Middleton, 27 points. Holiday, 20 points. Okay. And it still took OT to beat the Heat. Still took OT. Now, Holiday is a big upgrade from Bledsoe. You saw it on the court. His ability to defend, score, do other things that couldn't get done by Bledsoe. Now, he was 0 for 5 from 3, which hurt them. Bucks overall were pretty bad from 3, 5 for 31. And that's what kept the Heat in the game. Bucks just couldn't find the basket on the 3-point line. Middleton mid-range jumpers basically saved them. He basically saved them. Now, the Bucks did dominate the boards. They were plus 13. But again, down the stretch, couldn't make free throws. Giannis was 6 of 13. Do you start, if you're playing the Bucks, do you just start implementing Hack-a-Shaq on Giannis? It's so bad. You just start doing Hack-a-Shaq with Giannis? Now, Middleton, thank God, like I've always said this even since last year, it's got to be Middleton with the ball down the stretch. He's got to be the one to do it, because he can score from those spots. And maybe you run a pick and roll with Middleton and Giannis, create a mismatch, get Giannis downhill where he's better. He can finish better when he can get downhill and it's not as packed in the paint. But Middleton has a better job, has an easier job of getting to a spot. Like you saw, he got to a spot, hit the mid-range jumper. So Middleton's got to be the one to step up. But here's an interesting question. When's the last time you didn't want your best player to have the ball in their hands to end the game or down the stretch? Like, what team is that true for in this entire playoffs? It's kind of crazy to think about. What team whose best player you do not want to have the ball in their hands down the stretch? Bucks got to figure out something in game 2. They can breathe. Take a deep breath. They got game 1. See what happens in game 2. You expect Butler to play a lot better in game 2. Expect Bam to play a lot better in game 2. Maybe they still get that same amount of scoring from Dragic and Duncan Robinson. We don't know. But if I'm the Heat, they're right there. We'll see if the Bucks can turn this around, play a little bit better defensively at the 3-point line, and continue to attack the Heat to get game 2 tonight.